I wanted to treat me to a really good dashcam, so I spent whopping $230 to buy the Wolfbox X5. Hi friends, Dirk here, welcome to Dashcam Info, and today we're looking at the X5. There were quite some disappointments with this dashcam, but let's start from the beginning. In the box are the usual suspects. We have the dashcam, we have the rear camera, but the first thing that got me thinking was that the cable for the rear camera is a USB-C to USB-C cable. It's very long, but it is so thick. It is so heavy. That was the first time ever I received such a thick and heavy rear camera cable. And as it turned out later, this was going to be a problem. You see, I have it installed in my car. It is a 3-channel dashcam. The front records in 4K, 30 FPS, and the interior camera, the cabin cam, in 1080p. 25 FPS, something that I don't understand why you would not match the frame rate to your front camera. It's so much easier to align the footage when both have the same frame rate. Anyway, also the rear camera records 1080p in 25 FPS. Bit disappointing because 30 is so much smoother, but it is what it is. And I installed it. You first apply the anti-static film on your rear window, on the windshield, then you peel off the 3M tape from the cameras and press them against it. And, well, the rear camera simply fell off. The tape was not strong enough to support this combination, this very heavy combination of a rear camera and a very thick rear camera cable. So, unfortunately, there's not much rear camera footage I can show you because it simply wouldn't hold up. It wouldn't stay there. Even the front camera is a pretty chunky beast, and although it stays, it holds here, it is sometimes a little bit on the shaky side, and you notice when you drive over a little bump that it wobbles, and it is not as steady as other dashcams are. Now, what I have to say about the quality, and here we're taking a look at the footage by day, it is extraordinary, it is fantastic. Even the interior cam, the cabin cam, has such an amazing image quality that also has a very high dynamic range, and you get to see your surroundings through my tinted windows. Really great, really good. I'm blown away by this quality, so that's fantastic. When we're taking a look at night footage, well, the same thing appears. Unfortunately, we are in the rain season, so it was raining that night. And despite the difficult light situations, here in the twilight zone, or here in the complete darkness, you can see how beautiful the image quality is that we're getting from the front camera. Also, the cabin cam does a really great job given the fact that it was pitched black. It was really dark. And again, you even get to see your surroundings through my tinted windows. Just by utilizing the front camera and the cabin cam, you already get a really great overview of the entire situation and a comprehensive view of everything, even without the rear camera attached. How to operate this camera? Well, it is a touch screen, so you can operate it from here. You can operate it with the buttons underneath. And there should be an app. Whether you find a QR code in the menu or from the display of your dashcam, it routes you to the correct app. And when I was trying to connect the dashcam, it instantly asked me to sign up. They asked me for my email, they asked me for login confirmation, and honestly, I don't want to do that. I think when I spend $230 for a dashcam, I should be able to use it no matter what. I should not be forced into submitting my personal data that they can collect and later on sell to third-party vendors. Because of the issue with the rear camera and the too heavy cable, and also the necessity to sign up in order to utilize the app, I cannot fully recommend the Wolfbox X5, despite the great image quality coming from the front camera and the cabin cam. And that's it from today. I hope you enjoyed the short video. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned, and take care. Bye for now.